God is willing to watch over the words of those that know Him, those that are willing to know Him more. But over the lives of the sinner, of a sinner and the transgressor, there's somebody that continually sins. It said He's going to overthrow their word. And we have seen it in the watch word, like people like Joseph in the Bible. God watched over his word concerning Joseph's life, and even when evil came, to overthrow him, he watched over his word over him and made him to know that he would take his stand. Even when Potiphar's wife tried to lure him to her bed, he knew that God sent him to Egypt for a purpose, and God did watch over his word over Joseph's life and made him even the leader in Egypt. We've seen others like people like Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot, the word of the Lord, over the faithful, over the lives of Jesus Christ. He watched over it to bring it to pass. He knew that someone would betray him, and Judas Iscariot as well just played into it. Alright, so God's word, He will always watch the words of His faithful. Whatever word or revelation that has been spoken over Jesus' life and over His birth, He watched it and brought it to pass. And even Judas Iscariot was still instrumental in the salvation message that we have now. Also, we also have Daniel in Babylon. Daniel was there for seasons, times and seasons, and God watched his word. When Daniel could interpret the dreams and the handwriting on the wall, we see God bringing his words to pass, because he said he watches to keep the word of the faithful. That's what he says. He says the eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, the knowledge especially of the faithful, but he overthrows the word of the transgressor, the words of sinners and evildoers. He won't keep it, he won't bring it to pass. Alright, so I want us to know that seeking knowledge, walking in knowledge, God, and walking in the will of God, speaking God's truth, God will keep it. And that's our watch for today. Alright, so let's continue to build in knowledge and walk in understanding, because our God is faithful to bring his word to pass. Thank you. And don't forget, keep sending, keep sharing, keep meditating. A proverbs a day at a time. Bye.